King Charles and Queen Camilla leave Samoa and everyone's saying the same thing. After a triumphant royal tour to Australia and Samoa, royal fans have a message for King Charles and Queen Camilla. King Charles and Queen Camilla took to social media to thank fans who were able to greet them during their royal tour to Australia and Samoa, and royal fans have since responded in kindness. On social media platform X, the royal family's official account posted a message: "Thank you to all those who turned out to support their majesties in Australia and Samoa." Accompanied with the caption was a video montage of the highlights of their trip, including Sydney Opera House being lit up with a loop of royal family images, to the farewell ceremony received in Samoa before their departure. The King and Queen flew out of Samoa on October 26, about midday local time, on a Royal Australia Air Force jet, waving farewell as they boarded the plane at Apia's Falialo International Airport. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Fans have already wished for the monarch to make a swift return. On social media platform X, user @TanyaPolter wrote, "We adore you. Rest up and come back soon and go to more states." The King and Queen's time in Samoa followed a 6-day tour of Australia, where large crowds initially turned out to see the royal couple, at the Sydney Opera House. Another fan expressed, "Wonderful. I hope they are able to return again soon. They bring so much positive energy and joy to our communities. I wish them good health and a speedy return to our home." One simply reacted, "What a triumph. So proud of our royal family." More fans wished for their speedy return. User @lunab653533431 wrote, "It was wonderful to see your majesties and hope we see here again soon." Another fan wrote, "It was a fabulous visit. Mostly, I'm so thrilled about the King's Trust initiative in NSW. Such a great way to reconnect with Australians. Would love to see TQ involved in perhaps an Indigenous literacy program of some sort. These are the modern day issues. Come back soon." In an emotional and happy goodbye, Queen Camilla was seen wiping tears away during the ceremony that marked the end of her and King Charles's time in Samoa. The royal couple attended an event in Siumu Village on their final day in the region. The farewell ceremony showcased the warm reception and cultural significance of the royal visit, and this visit marked the first time the couple had traveled to the island nation. King Charles expressed his gratitude to the Samoan people in a speech during the ceremony. He said, "We've been so impressed by the beautiful way in which all the villages have decorated the roadsides. It is something very special about Samoa." The monarch thanked residents for their wonderful generosity and the gifts they had received. King Charles added, "I shall always remain devoted to this part of the world and hope that I survive long enough to come back and see you." King Charles greets the public at the Melanoma Institute Australia on October 22, 2024. "It's always a bit of shock when they tell you," he told a cancer patient at the Macmillan Cancer Centre at the University College Hospital London on April 30, according to Rebecca English of the Daily Mail. The centre is not directly involved in his care, and the King made the statement at his first outing since resuming forward-facing duties. Before the royal tour of Australia and Samoa, it was reported that King Charles would pause his ongoing treatment, thought to be weekly, during the 9-day, long-distance trip. He is reported to be travelling with 2 doctors and won't be stopping in New Zealand, a nearby Commonwealth realm, on medical advice. Queen Camilla and King Charles arrive in Apia, Samoa on October 23, 2024. After the King's poignant visit to the Melanoma Institute Australia, he and Queen Camilla stepped out in Samoa on October 23 to continue the second leg of the tour. The Australia visit was significant, as it marked the first to a Commonwealth realm since the King's accession in September 2022. They continued to Samoa for the biennial Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOGM, which will be the King's first time attending the summit, as the head of the Commonwealth. The voluntary association of 56 nations is closely linked to the British Crown. King Charles only sorry to devastated crowds after confrontation with angry protester. King Charles and Queen Camilla were only sorry they couldn't greet more well-wishers after a royal walkabout in Australia lasted just minutes following an angry protest. As the royal couple continued their trip to Australia today, they travelled to Canberra where the King gave a speech at Government House. However, after his speech a furious Indigenous politician confronted the royal couple, and approached the stage as dumbfounded MPs and guests stood by, shouting "You are not my king." Yelling at the King and Queen as royal protection officers attempted to lead her out of the building, Senator Lydia Thorpe said, "You committed genocide against our people. Give us our land back. Give us back what you stole from us. Our bones, our skulls, our babies, our people. You destroyed our lands, give us a treaty, we want a treaty in the country, you are a genocidalist. This is not your land, this is not your land, you are not my king, you are not our king." She was also heard shouting "Not my king" and "Fuck the colony" as she was led out. After the incident, a planned walkabout took place outside the Parliament building, where dozens of well-wishers had been waiting in the blazing Canberra sunshine since 8 a.m. to catch a glimpse of the King and Queen. However, the meet and greet only last a few minutes with some left devastated after the royals spent less than 10 minutes saying hello to the crowds. However, a palace source denied it had been cut short due to the commotion inside the chamber and said the schedule had been running 15 minutes over, with their Majesties sorry they couldn't greet everyone. They explained, their Majesties were deeply touched by seeing and hearing the very many thousands who'd turned out to support them, and are only sorry they didn't have a chance to stop and talk to every single one. The warmth and scale of the reception was truly awesome. While they are grateful to all the crowds, their Majesties particularly enjoyed hearing individual stories of those who'd made such a special effort to be there. King Charles and Queen Camilla touched down in Australia after grueling 24-hour journey. The King and Queen have arrived at Sydney Airport, where they received a warm welcome from officials despite the deluge of rain. King Charles and Queen Camilla didn't let the torrential downpours dampen their spirits as they arrived in Australia on Friday evening as they touched down in Sydney for their 6-day royal tour. The 75-year-old monarch clutched an umbrella as he led the way down the airplane's steps in slippy conditions, turning to check his wife was okay, as she followed tentatively behind. Reassured that she was fine, he walked on to greet the Governor-General of the Commonwealth of Australia Sam Mostyn and her husband, Simeon Beckett. Just an hour before their plane touched down, the heavens opened, deluging the runway. The heavy downpours only just abated in time for their Majesties' arrival. The warmth and scale of the reception was truly awesome. While they are grateful to all the crowds, their Majesties particularly enjoyed hearing individual stories of those who'd made such a special effort to be there. Thanks for watching, please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.